let's just get this out of the way now. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be upset. I'm at a stoplight, by the way. I'm not driving, so we're okay. It's okay to have off days. It's okay to be like, man, I feel weird. I think a lot of times, especially as Christians, that we think just because we have an off day, that means we have to be like, fake cheery and everything else. Like, everything's okay. It's fine. Like, the Lord is my strength, so it's okay. And it's like, dude, it's cool. Like, it's cool to cry. It's cool to be upset. It's cool to be mad. Like, I think the Lord gives us these emotions for a reason, in order that we know, I gotta drive. So this is gonna ruin my whole thing. That we know that we need him, that he's alive and he's active. But the fact is, sometimes, not only do we pull away from him, but there are just times we need to lean on him more. And there are times we just got to reset. Here's what I mean. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing? Physically, emotionally, and spiritually. If any of those are low, you're not going to have a good day. I apologize right now because as I explain this list, I am sorry for sharing it with the world. Or like 6 people. Here's the deal. My friend made a list, and this list was things that they wanted to learn. And on this list was things like how to pump gas, how to use a debit card, how to get money from a bank, how to use the dishwasher, how to do laundry, how to drive through town, because they could drive, of course, but towns can be scary. And so you're probably sitting there and you're like, are you serious? Is this list like for real? They probably don't even know where the lint rack is. And you're right. The thing is, we tend to do the exact same thing in our spiritual life. Not make lists necessarily, but just think that people already know the basics. And so we want to have these great theological discussions where most people haven't even opened their Bible. They've never even read a verse before. And yet here we are trying to explain these intricate things in the Bible. But the fact is, one thing always remains, and that's that Jesus Christ loves and cares about you and wants to have a relationship with you. So let's not forget the basics. So I was walking with my son, and he was talking about how lucky he was because Big Shot, his grandpa, made him some popcorn. And so he was just super stoked about it. But that led to a conversation about how he has a mom and a dad and a brother and a sister and grandparents and aunts and uncles that care about him, that want what's best for him in his life. And then I got thinking about making this video and talking to you specifically, and about how some of you that are watching this don't have that situation. You have people in your life that you don't think care about you. People in your life that have used you and abused you and just simply mistreated you. And so that is not considered lucky. But the thing is, Scripture tells us that we are lucky. We don't just have this God that we have to hope cares about us, but actually says that we have one that made us, created us, cares about us, died for us, wants a relationship with you specifically. And when you really think about it, how lucky could we be that we have a God that cares so much about us? I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it's about to storm. Can you tell? I don't know. It kind of looks. Is that bird poop? Gross. It's storming. Why is it so bright? Anyways, here's the deal. Fun fact: my wife was actually caught in a storm one time. And by caught in a storm, I mean she legitimately was caught in a tornado, and it started whipping her all around and getting her stuck underneath an underpass, and she had to go to a gas station. She said it was just like a movie. It was her and 4 people. They were just stranded there. Now she's scared to death of storms. However, even though she's scared to death of storms, we can all have something that we're afraid of. But Scripture actually tells us a lot about storms specifically, but also about being afraid. We have nothing to fear. How the Lord actually has calmed storms, how he's our strength and he's our refuge. And just like how I am safe inside my house, we can be safe from any storm that comes our way because we have Christ living and dwelling within us. We'll see how this goes. You can probably hear my kiddos in the background. I'm going to see if I can even get a minute of silence to get this in. I thought they were coming in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is perfect because this is a perfect way for me to say that sometimes you just got to find a break whenever you can get it. And sometimes that can be difficult, especially when you've got a kid or 2 or 3 and who knows what else. So the fact is that with all this craziness going on, it's hard to find a minute of spare time. But what did Jesus do? A lot of times that he would even say that he went off to a quiet place to pray, that even in the midst of everything that was taking place, that he found that time, and that can be hard. That can be hard whenever there's a lot of chaos going on, whether it's kids or work or whatever. The fact is, you got to find that time, and it might even have to mean you wake up a little